Hey gun people, all right, now we're going to do a knife defense. Again, without having somebody here, and I'm not going through the follow through and taking him to the ground, doing any elbow strikes, etc. I'm kind of showing you a little bit if you were caught with somebody had a knife around your throat. So, we're going to go ahead and look at this defense here. So, for the safety sallies, oh, it's rubber, it's not going to hurt. Shut up, I'll hit you in the head. All right, here. So, come right up here, so you're right in the middle of the screen here. Can you see here? Okay. Put the knife around me. So if you find yourself in this unfortunate circumstance, is that how you'd hold your hand? Or would you be hugging me? There you go. So most people are going to grab you really close. And you're going to be very close. And the knife may or may not be touching your throat. So the first thing, and almost all tactics or things, is you want to stabilize the guy so he can't move and do what he wants to do. So my first reaction is going to be, hey, and then I'm going to reach up here and trap this wrist and the knife as best I can. So he can't cut me. This way he can't choke me, he can pull around, he's not doing anything. Once I get here, there's a couple things I can do. I can shin rake him, I can stomp on his foot, or I can just use my butt and hit him in the crotch. He'll bend over, and when he does, I can either roll forward, which I really don't like. I like shooting right underneath his arm. So I'm going to drop down, and I'm basically going to, we'll do it in slow motion. I'm going to come right underneath here and come this way. If I cut him in the process, great. But basically I'm doing a nice wrist lock, and I'm going to come right back here and drive him either to the ground, snap his wrist, or just run like this, and he's going to be tweaked like a bandit. It's going to cause a spiral fracture in his arm. So now I'll do it a little bit quicker. Again, he grabs you, I want to trap, bump, and then shoot right through here. Now, some people will say, why couldn't you just go here? I don't really want to detain a guy with a knife. I want to get his knife away from my throat, disengage, and then go for my gun. Yeah, the gun's loaded. I didn't point it at him. I could have, because my finger on the trigger, but he wanted me to unload the gun. I said, dude, I ain't got no bunch of pansies out there. All right, so trying to be safe. Army guy. Army strong. All right, so we got that. Doesn't matter. Either arm, switch hands, do it in the other hand, and come stand this way, because they're going to say, what happens if he's got that? Same thing. I'm trapping so I don't get cut. I'm distracting, and then I'm shooting right through here, and then grabbing either this wrist, twisting, jamming. I can cut him with his own knife till he drops it. I can disengage and go for my gun. So that's for a defense around a knife around the throat. Pretty simple. Most of these techniques, again, when I was teaching weaponless defense to cops, there was 165 moves that we had to learn. And then after we went on to graduation, they'd have 3 guys come out and attack you, and they could use any technique you learned, and you'd have to defend against them. So when I was doing it every day, it was really easy to remember these. But I haven't done these in a while, and I'm out of practice, just like I tell people that shoot their gun once a weekend. You're not going to be the same if you don't do it every day. All right, so that's a knife defense. I think I'm going to do a gun defense and a gun retention next. We'll end that there.